How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
I'm glad to have you here in person.
Thank
You know, a lot of people come in here and they do the Zoom thing or the StreamYard thing, but nothing beats the live in studio conversations and the energy.
Right down the street.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And you're moving a little further away, though.
But I'll be back
eventually.
Good.
Good. I'm glad you're coming back. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. We talked about being a clinician and coaching, and really it's taken off. But really briefly, background: how did you get there? Mm-hmm. Because I know that your story is you're going to relate to a lot of people. A lot of people need to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a therapist by trade. LCSW. It's licensed clinical social worker.
Licensed clinical social worker makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. So then I, did the whole therapy thing, started my private practice. I've been in community mental health, and then I got into the coaching industry. And that's where it really all took off.
Boy, I found the trick to making a small fortune in coaching a couple of years ago, and I started with a large fortune. Yeah. I spent it all, and I had very little small fortune left. So the trick was you got off to you've had incredible results over the last 11 months. And we're going to kind of go into that. Mm-hmm. Part of being a coach is walking in the footsteps of the people that you're telling what you've done. So I subscribe to the school of, I'm never going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you that if I woke up in your shoes tomorrow, this is what I think the top 3 things I would concentrate on, because I've probably been there. But I'll never say you need to do A, B, or C. Yeah. So tell us about your little journey. I didn't mean to say that, but your journey of going through your getting expertise in the clinic world, the therapeutic world. Yep. Because I think that there's a lot of value in you've earned your stripes. Yeah. And I want you to tell a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I would say 90% of us are our own ideal client, to your point. We had to walk ourselves through something. We had to hit some type of struggle. And then it's only natural to guide and teach. We attract those people who are a couple steps behind us, right?
Oh, okay.
So to my story, I started out as a social worker. I was doing the community mental health. I was going into homes and schools. I was doing...
I like what you said about a lot of the pickup truck tailgate therapy.
I was doing therapy on
the hood of the cars,
Denny's parking lots.
Yeah.
I was banging on their windows because
you were going where the people were.
I had to hit my hours, right? And so, if she was sleeping, she better wake up because I need to do my therapy session and get my hour.
That's great.
Right? Seeing 30 clients a week, it was not sustainable whatsoever. Mm-hmm. But I went through the trenches and I got great clinical experience straight out of college. I definitely recommend it. But I needed to move on to make more money. Yeah. I was making $18 an hour with a master's degree.
Wow.
It's an insult.
Woo. Hold on. That's crazy.
Yeah.
$18 an hour.
With a master's degree.
That is surprising. A lot of work. So is that 8 years of...
Well, I got my master's in a year because I was in an advanced standing program.
Okay.
But, you're labeled an intern when you graduate with your master's. Right. That's even more of an insult. Yeah, right.
And now you're going out beating the ground trying to get your hours with people who you're almost pulling their teeth to get the therapy that they need.
Yep. Then I got licensed. And I marched into HR, and I'm like, I deserve a raise.
And how'd that go?
Not well. Not well. So I needed to move on. So I did. I got a different job. I worked at a brain performance center. I was doing QEEG, brain scans. Coolest
job. That sounds interesting.
It was so cool.
Much different environment. You're working with people with some brain, what do you call them, anomalies,
Yeah. It was all sorts of stuff. We did peak performance with athletes. We had people who had strokes and they couldn't speak. We had kids with ADHD.
So now you're seeing, A, people who really want the treatment that you're working with, and B, you're seeing results in real time within a couple of weeks or months. You can see changes happening in people's behaviors because of the work that you're doing. Way different than working with clinical therapy with people over hoods at Denny's.
Yeah. I was still doing therapy there in addition to the brain scans, but it was a totally different vibe. I mean, different population. I could park my car and go eat my lunch at a table and stay there the whole entire day. I mean, everything was different about it. It was awesome. But they shut down when the pandemic hit.
Yes. The pandemic is a big hit. I mean, it hit every single person.